Hi.
Yes.
Hi, Skinks.
Hi, hello everyone. I just read the room and noticed that the Sandra and Giselle and Ange,
Yeah, the actual people are here.
all people are here, which is lovely. And we've also got Midnight Unicorn as well. So hello to you all. Thank you for joining. It's been a while because the last one we
Yeah,
did on Instagram, didn't we?
yeah. And
Well,
honestly, Martin, to be honest, I do like Instagram a lot,
yeah.
the lives, but it's good to be on you back on YouTube as well.
Yeah, it
Got
is. I love YouTube. It's all, and the video quality is better than Instagram as
You
well.
mean the filters are better?
I ain't gonna be able to smile. I got that much fucking makeup on, right? So
And Martin loves his Max Factor pan stick.
fucking right, and you draw it on like a big crayon.
You remember
Right?
that pancake makeup?
Oh no, so I ain't got a line around my neck.
Yeah.
Hi, Jonathan. Right. So what we've done, we've come up with this concept to where, well, like we like tough and mom, but we also say nice things as well. So
Yeah.
we're gonna actually talk about tarot and oracle decks, like dumb ideas that people have come up with a tarot deck. Now,
And
we
Oracle decks too.
and oracle decks, obviously. Hey, Robin. And so I've picked two. I've actually picked three out, and because I've given a lot away, I've stored a lot away, I've sold a lot as well. So as you can see, my shelf behind me is completely empty of decks now. It's only on that side and this side by me. So obviously I haven't got as many as I used to have. But the three I've chosen, you might like him, you might not. But yeah, so let's start about like you tell me what you think is a really crappy idea for a tarot or oracle deck, Levi.
Well, I have tons of things to say about Oracle decks. But for tarot, there are two things that irk me the most, I would say, and that is either, and I know a lot of people love this, but I don't care for it. When it's a very themed, storybook driven type of deck, where it's like, we have this character that goes on an adventure, blah, 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 through the major arcana. I don't really care for that.
You mean the
I
character stays throughout the whole deck, you mean?
Sort of, like I was thinking about that. I know you kind of love it, and I do as well because it's so campy.
Oh, the
But that,
tarot haunted house.
for example, yeah,
Yeah. So you got the protagonist at the beginning, and yeah,
I don't really care for. Let me put it differently: for tarot decks that represent a fictional world, that's fully fleshed out. I like, for example, things like the Marielle, where it's different mythologies tied into
yeah.
the
I tend to be like that. Yeah. I like my decks to be a little bit more grounded.
And also, another good example is the Star Tarot that has a very distinctive art style, but it's more about symbolism from different cultures, but it's not so much about telling a story throughout the whole deck, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah. I got that, and like I mean, I've got a couple of oracle. I mean, I love oracle decks the same as everybody else does, and most oracle decks are themed, which is fine, because you've got Danielle, Noel, so they're all kind of like ethereal, and they're absolutely beautiful. And then you've got a most recent one by Natasha, and that is the Aphrodite Oracle, and
Yeah.
that's all based on Robin, please, I want that tarot so much, and I can't get it anywhere. The Boys Doll Tarot, and that's based on obviously Aphrodite, and that's fine because, but the one I've got to show mostly, and I know a lot of people like it because I've seen it around, and I wouldn't say I can't stand it. I just find it completely unusable because it's very contradictory, and this is the Oracle of Visions. Yeah, now I've had this a few years, and I disliked it that much. I packed it up at the loft and forgot about it.
Mm-hmm.
So I told him, Sandra.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's me. Can I tell that really quickly? My arcane warrior tarot is now for sale at Watkins in the UK. So yay!
Brilliant. Anybody who's mincing around London like we all do, treat yourselves.
Treat yourselves.
Of course, Richie from Longman Tarot bought it, and Sandra wants it as well. So yeah,
Oh, did he? Oh, that's so cool. Aw.
yeah. So anyway, what I want to do is see. There's no title.
What's Paul shouting on about in the background?
Talking to one of the common neighbours, I think. Right.
Sorry, this already is a mess. But
Just riff-raff outside. Right. Okay. So these aren't these aren't titled or anything.
no.
Now, Zero says, Zero Chiro, whatever you say his name, I ain't got a clue. So he says it's a completely intuitive deck, right?
Mhm.
Okay. And that's fine. And then he pops in this little cheeky guidebook.
Yeah, like don't do the guidebook.
Is it intuitive or is it not? Because honestly, I've tried with these cards so many times to get something out of them, and they are not the soul cards. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I have this. This is so funny you should say that. I have the similar thing with. I purge a lot of decks, but it's that. What's the name of that deck again?
Which
It's
one?
a tarot. It's a tarot deck that you're supposed to read completely intuitively. Hold up. Something dreams tarot. Well, let me see if I can find it.
That horrible woodcut one we both had.
Yeah. What's the
Yeah.
name of that again?
Mystic Dreams, is it?
Mystic Dreams, Mystical Dream Tarot. Yes,
Yeah.
that
I have
does a similar thing where it's like, oh, but this is a different tarot deck, and you're supposed to completely tune into the imagery and.
You can't. I'm sorry, I can't. I am an intuitive person, but like all, I suppose like if you say you can see things in the cards, obviously. There's lots of symbolism in here, and there's
But once you know that there is this guidebook,
you're tempted to kind of like read it, and you are, because it's not just one like a keyword; it's got a whole bloody thing on it.
I have an example here of a deck that doesn't have a guidebook. That is really weird.
Robin, you have hit the nail on the head. Yeah.
Mardi Gras Moscow was things last week. Oh yeah. But you know what's so funny, Robin? So many people love it.
They do, and I can see why people are attracted to it, but it's really not for me. There's too many Harlequin masks in Encampness for me. And that's coming from
this is one of those that you could.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites.
This doesn't come with a guidebook, because a lot of people were moaning about a guidebook. She sort of made one comprised of meanings that people ascribed to the cards. So she was like, so people sort of wrote it themselves. But this is just glyphs and colors, and
it's really, really good. Yeah,
difficult to work with because you kind of have to get used to it. But it's great it's a really great deck that is meant to be used and meant to be read intuitively. And I kind of want to use this a little bit more because it's so stunning. But the glyphs are non-existent letters from a non-existent alphabet, and they are meant to invoke meaning. So that's pretty cool.
It is a good one. Thank
and
you.
no guidebook in sight.
No, there's not. No, that's true.
Lexi, hi.
Now my next one. Hi Tony and everybody else who's here. Hi. Now the next one is one I thought I'd love because I love folklore and I absolutely hate it. And this is the Folklore Oracle. I don't know what it is about it. Again, it's too many things all mashed up into one. So for me, I think it's not so much the artwork, it's just the titles, and then you've got to look at obviously, we can use the Raven and things like that, and it's not a bad deck, but I don't know, there's something about it, you know what I mean, and it's just not workable at all. Yes, it does have Polly Pockets. There's something about it. Sandra, I don't know whether you'd like. I mean, I think you'd like it. It's very much a you deck, but I think it's because there's too many different kind of mythologies mixed up into one. Do you know what I mean?
And that doesn't have to be a problem if it's done really well. But
yeah, but it's more. I don't know.
You know
Maybe
what
I'll
is really cool? This vintage Polly Pocket, though. I mean,
have you showed? Let me have a look how tiny they are.
I broke one
How can you break one?
because I thought the legs were movable, but they weren't.
Oh my god, have you snapped
I'm going to have to. But look, Martin, these are the proper.
it? But I remember them smaller than that. I'm sure I did. And
No,
what's Oh Jenny play sets?
I don't know what Oh Jenny play sets are, but this is gorgeous. Look at that. It's this little world, and I don't know. I just love it. And you can click it back in, and it's stunning. I adore. I have tons of Polly Pockets actually.
He's a terrible person, Robin. Honestly, he wants reporting for snapping his legs off a doll. Right there. Robin's called you a brute, right? So it's
Sorry.
true, though, ain't it? You know, talk about fucking heavy-handed, right? Okay.
A little bit, yeah.
Oh
Hey, but
yeah.
what about that? What about what else about that mythological creatures deck do you dislike? Because I
Because I
personally,
think, because I do love the artwork, right? And I think it's because one, I haven't really worked with it, and perhaps I should pull it out more. I'm not going to completely bin it yet. Um, but I don't know. I don't know, Levi. There's something kind of like it doesn't pull me in. You know what I mean?
hmm I mean, I mean, you and I both had that exact same feeling when we saw it at Watkins, and when we saw it before, and I do feel like for me it is very much if it's I don't mind non-keyword decks if I'm very familiar with the subject matter.
Yeah,
However, with all these mythological beasts from all over the world, I would have a problem, I
that's
think.
it. It's not the kind of deck you can just pick up and read straight from the box. And I think as I'm getting older, I'm getting less tolerant for that. You know, um,
You kind of have to be in the mood for it, and it's also it can get really tedious if you want to do a multiple card spread. I tend to use decks like that for a one card pool, and I will read the guidebook, and that's it.
well, you know, Tori Artman, who did the Chakra Wisdom Tarot and the Chakra Wisdom Oracle. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was reading her book last night, and she said a keyword is just a buzzword. So basically, she gives this is really good, guys. By the way, and for you, Levi, she says when you see a keyword on an Oracle deck, yeah, look it up on what's it called, Merriam-Webster's dictionary or whatever you use, Collins. Look it up and see what other meanings you can get from that keyword.
Yeah.
Then look for the synonyms, and then look for the what's the other one?
The synonyms and the antonyms.
And the antonyms in it, yeah. So that is really, really good to kind
Yeah.
of if you're kind of working with Lenormand, or if you like you see like a keyword and you think, oh, that don't really resonate with me. But if you look, maybe it does. And I think that's really important. And this is why I
Yeah.
love decks with keywords on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, me too. And especially when they're clever.
Yes, yeah. I have 9 at the moment, Maria.
Yeah, they're
One more on
expensive. They're expensive as fuck.
one on the way. And says this sounds cheesy, but am I going through a tough time in life right now? And Martin's Blight Doll post and I've been very. Do you know what, Ange? Thanks for that, because somebody said to me today, right? They says, I love your mixture of the dolls and the tarot because it's really comforting and it's like
Yeah.
inner child, you know what I mean? So, you know what? That warms my heart to know that people love what I do, and I'm not doing it for any other reason apart from I love doing it. Uh,
Things can be completely comforting
yeah,
sometimes.
that can.
You
And
know?
I was going to do a separate account for the dolls, and I thought, no, I ain't going to do that. I'm just going to carry on with doing what I do, and
Do
you know,
whatever the hell you want on your account.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's in it, and as long as it brings a bit of joy to somebody, as much as it does to me, that's all that matters. So, thanks for that, Angie. It's absolutely lovely to say that.
Now,
Anyway, can I show you? Go carry on, darling. Sorry.
no, I don't have any. Oh, I do actually. Wow. I have a tab example here, courtesy of Cheryl at the Oneness Emporium. But that's just because she puts cute cards of decks in boxes. But this is This is the Neopets Tarot. This I believe is by Insight Editions. I think I'm not quite sure. But this is all of them fan servicey themed um, franchise tarot decks.
Yeah,
This one is supposedly good, but
it in for me. And I'm not. This is another one I want to talk about as well. I despise pop culture decks, and I know that it's reminiscent for some people. Like I absolutely loved Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and absolutely detest Buffy the Vampire Tarot. Um, and anything with Disney or anything kind of like Marvel, even though the Marvel figures, the Marvel characters could be used as archetypes. That's cool. Um, but it's the way it's done, and it's really not for me at all.
no, it never really hits that mark of wow, this is amazing. And there have been some. I don't know if you've, but I love The Last Unicorn by Peter Beagle.
Yeah,
And they did a long time ago a really high quality indie tarot deck about that based on the movie, and
yeah.
it's done very well.
See, I mean, Robbins just hit the nail on the head again. He says pop culture decks feel very trading card like trading. Yeah, they do, Robin. That's what I was trying to think of. You can only get them off Maria.
I love the backs on these though.
Better than the fronts, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I never really had this Neopet thing. I'm too old for that, so yeah. But I
Next,
did want to mention them quickly.
there's a girl. I had a deck, and it reminded me of Daria, and it was the Moon Void Tarot.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That is
Yeah,
that. There,
yeah,
that is totally a Daria deck.
it
You
is.
should, or even the hip chick tarot a little bit.
Yeah, yeah, that's another one as well. I've got a
Mm.
card out of that somewhere. But there is a few, like, especially when we went into Forbidden Planet together, they've got all the pop culture decks in there, ain't they?
Yeah,
Yeah. And them horrible ones by that Thomas what's his name? Wherever he does the Labyrinth Tarot, Lord of
yeah.
the Rings
I think
Tarot.
I still have one of those decks left somewhere, but I might have. I'm not gonna go around looking for all the decks because I put a ton in
Yeah,
storage. So, but I did have that one Hocus Pocus deck, and that is absolutely my favorite movie from my childhood. That sort of started my horror movie thing. As a kid, I was like, "Ooh, zombies, witches, cool." So I did keep that, but it's pretty bad.
Minerva, that's it. That's it, Tony. Yeah, Minerva decks. Yeah, that's the woman who does a mini. Um, I
Yeah,
don't like none of them at all. I don't know whether I'm kind of missing the point, or I suppose I'm fun to use. But like it's really not my thing. You know what I mean?
Midnight Unicorn says that she has the last Unicorn Tarot and it's really well done, but that all the mass market newer pop culture decks are lazy. They focus mostly on the majors, and I'm like, and that is true. So what I also very often think is make it a cute majors only set.
Yeah, that'd be better, wouldn't it?
Most people buying those decks don't really read tarot anyway, and it's more of a collectible item for them. So, keep it at the same budget. Have the artist spend as much time on just those majors as he would on the whole deck, and release that.
Honestly, Robin, I can't without Wisdom of Pooh Tarot. I'm sorry. No, not with that, and not with that Panda Tarot and all the rest of them that got funded like in like a minute, hot minute. Yeah, let's talk about that, right?
What
Um,
about do you have another deck, Martin, that you wanted to show?
I
Because
do, yeah, and I just don't know why I bought it. I think it was because it was £7, and it's just a complete waste of money. And it's this crystal ball Orico.
I did want to talk about this. Is kind of sorry, but I did want to talk about her decks because her decks kind of fall into a category for me. Let me grab the other
Novel
one.
category. There's 13 cards in here. I think what a total bloody waste of money. 13 cards in here, and you got yes, reconsider, obviously, let go. I don't know. Yeah, I don't mind that one.
Yeah, but still, like let's clock it how it is. Athene Noctua, although it's lovely that we get a European creator who is, getting published, her illustrations are cute. She was kind of sort of, well, she never actually scammed. You know what? Fuck it. She was kind of considered a scammer on Etsy because she would
24
list,
phone is just so to paid for that.
yeah, she would list that 13 card deck for £25 on Etsy, and
Jesus.
people obviously wouldn't read the descriptions, and they would get a 13 card deck and think, so she always used to do decks with little cards. So it's that deck, then a rune deck. And, I don't like it when people do rune decks. I think it's a category of decks that I'm completely done with.
Yeah, runes should be stones or, not decks.
Well, and it's very often the vibe when people do a rune deck is we're too lazy to do we're too lazy to come up with our own Oracle system, or we're too lazy to do a full tarot deck. So let's just do a rune deck so we have product, It's
Yeah.
very much that product driven market. We have to have, I find this very, there was a time, I think it was 2019, Martin, when we had tons of Italian tarot readers publishing Lenormand decks when they didn't even know how to read Lenormand,
Yeah,
because it was only 36 illustrations, and you could have something quick and easy out there to have on the market, sort of.
Yeah. That's
And I
all.
feel like,
That's all it's about, isn't it? It's money at the end of the day.
yeah,
And like to do something. I mean, this is probably I ain't going to say the biggest waste of money because it was £6 or £7, but
yeah, it's cute.
it's completely unnecessary. I've never used it. You know what I
No,
mean?
you know what I would bring with me on travels instead of that. Although I know that Robin doesn't like it, and it's not mini, but I would bring this.
Oh yeah, that's all right. I've mixed mine in with my big deck.
It's a deck with little cards. It's 22 cards, but it's absolutely completely fun. And it was a tenner, and the illustrations are really pretty.
Yeah,
And
he was a tenner, but like I've got, as I said last time, I ain't going to be mean to Kyle because obviously he didn't have the last say so in it. But when you mix it with the deck, you can obviously see which is an archangel. But you
yeah,
know what? It's such a bad thing, I don't suppose, and it does make a chunky deck out of everything as well. So it is kind of nice. I ain't mad at it.
I
Um,
love that Archangel Michael. Oh,
yeah,
and that Archangel Raguel. Oh,
yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's usable, and people like this sort of stuff. So I ain't going to be mad at it.
yeah.
I know. Um,
But obviously, or the wild unknown archetypes, or wild unknown tarot, or animal spirit would bring that over an Athene Noctua deck any day of the week.
yeah. I was thinking, I'll tell you what, I was thinking about as well. I don't know whether like the guys here agree with me. And I do love Kim Cranch's Animal Spirit deck. It's my ultimate favorite animal deck.
Same, I think.
But I think unless you kind of know about animal medicine and you've really like kind of like got a leaning towards learning animal medicine, I think it can become a bit laborious sometimes using decks like that.
Once again, like definitely one of those decks where I do a one card pull and read the guidebook,
Yeah,
because I
yeah.
don't know half of the animals in that deck,
For
like
me, you couldn't do like say you couldn't do a Celtic crop. Well, you could, but you'd have to have the guidebook to hand, wouldn't you?
it would be like, oh my god, I have a friend and she does Celtic crosses with the Sacred Rebels Oracle.
Oh God, no!
Can you imagine how tedious that is, having to read every fucking Alana Fairchild guidebook entry?
Can you imagine how depressed you'd be as well after reading that? Because it is
Yeah,
called it is called to do a bit of a depressing deck in it.
but yeah, like those the you took that pocket crystal ball one. I mean, I guess it's a cute stocking stuffer for Christmas. I was really happy when
Yeah,
you sent me it. Same with this. I do like them, but they do kind of reek of, I need to have a product that looks kind of witchy. And I remember lots of people being pissed off as fuck about that pocket crystal ball oracle. Like,
yeah. Yeah, and I absolutely love the Spirit Oracle, but I call it Animal Spirit. But
yeah, I actually am gonna use that more. You know
what's that?
what?
Two words
I
on.
and yeah, and I hope Jenna watches this. I want her to go back to that style as well as this style.
I have lots of conversations with Jenna.
I miss her working in that more
Yeah,
nature-based shamanic style, honestly.
she's an incredibly lovely person.
She is.
Yeah, Robin, I absolutely despise anthropomorphic decks. You mean like that bloody Curious Creatures tarot?
Yeah, I hate that.
Yeah.
I have another deck that I from that category somewhere that I hate. It's called the Men Plus Monsters Tarot.
Oh, that one, the creator who blocked me, right?
Yeah, with the sexy man beast animals. And it was really it was like $80 and then like $20 shipping, so it cost me like $100. And I thought, oh, I'm gonna get this really luxe product, and it was on the cheapest make playing cards cardstock in a really cheap bag, and I was like,
Yeah,
yeah.
because I criticized him, didn't I? And he blocked me. Hey ho. Yeah.
Oh, we get blocked all the time.
Oh, we
We
get blocked all the time.
we even got blocked by that one girl I mean I can't even name her, but that one girl who's kind of hot in the community right now because she's
You
done
know
this
what?
amazing.
When I want to, I saw that deck around and stuff. Like, and Mel's got it, and a few other people who I talked to have got
I
it. And I thought,
wanted to get it. I was
I
like,
wanted
wow,
to get it, and then it fucking blocked me. And I thought, what have I done? I don't even know. Yeah.
yeah,
So yeah. So Rose Bay Tarot, by the way, if ever you watch this, why did you block us? Because we
yeah,
was
unblock us. We want to congratulate you on your fabulous deck.
yeah, we was going to buy your deck, but you know what? It's tough in it. Probably
I still wanted to get it, and then I thought I can't buy a deck from someone who's blocked me that I don't even know. I mean, you're allowed to dislike us. We can be pretty
yeah,
toxic cunts.
yeah, we can, yeah. We do say a lot, but it
Yeah.
is what it is. So yeah, tough tits, I suppose.
But this was sort of category. Stop putting out decks with very little cards to just have something you can sell. Same with the Lenormands. Enough. We've seen enough Lenormands. They're
Honestly, this has always been like a why for me because when I was on Facebook many years ago, when there was an old Normand explosion,
boom. Yeah.
2010, 2011.
Hmm.
And everybody in the fucking world started to make Lenormand decks. It was like a fucking pandemic. So you'd got like the Blue Moon Lenormand, the Pink Wash Lenormand, and all this bullshit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
One Lenormand deck, and the only one I ever use is my Blue L.
Same. Fucking
Yeah,
hell. Same.
and it was like £3, and it's as cheap as chips. And there's nothing absolutely you can do with a Lenormand deck anyway. Stop overcomplicating.
You can't, like with the tarot, you can sort of add maybe layers like the chakras or stuff like that, or
Yeah.
there's definitely, because it's such a deeply esoteric system, there are those links and those little hooks that you can latch onto as a creator. For Lenormand, that doesn't exist. End of story.
No, it's just a symbol, and that's all it
Yeah.
should be. Just because you
It's-
put a cat at the background in a cross, at the end, back of a cross, it doesn't mean fuck all because it just means the cross.
Remember when the Lenormand deck started getting more scenic and people started making up like intuitive readings with them
Yeah.
when they were terrorizing the Lenormand? Oh, I hated
Oh
that.
no, yeah, I hate it. Right, let me read Robin. I love Robin coming on because he's always interesting. I finally got my first email query about reviewing a creator's decks and had to send a considered letter about why my reviews wouldn't favour her marketing. Not my style, honoured, but can't fake it. You know what, Robin? I've had to do the same in the past. You can just cordial and just say I'm sorry. It's not for me, but good luck. Somebody else will review it.
And so helpful and useful and friendly that you sent that back, because when I did that first Kickstarter, I contacted a lot of people to do a review for my deck. And I got lots of notes as well from people that I already kind of knew, like, I don't even know if they're going to like it, but they were pretty big players. But the biggest players in the review game, some of them didn't even reply. And I was like, well, that's rude. You can reply.
Yeah, I know. I've always been like, I mean, I will refuse to just review any old shit. You know that. I had a conversation with Sandra the other night when I told Rockpool, look, stop sending me these decks because I don't want to review them.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I'm really choosy. And one thing I do want to say is, one thing I have got to review on my channel tomorrow, which I should have done today, is the Awakened Soul Oracle by Ethne.
Yeah,
And that is an absolutely incredible Oracle deck.
is it now?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I will be quite honest. No deck is perfect, and every review should have some constructive criticism. I agree, totally, Mel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the problem is the publishers don't. Like I literally remember I've told this many times. I had a mildly positive. I had a pretty positive review with one critique about the card backs, and this creator came. This mass market published author, have been mass market published for years, came to my 600 follower page. I was still very tiny and small back then, and gave me this whole essay of critique on my review. And since then I've never heard from the publisher again. And I was like, what they want is Wicked Moonlight style reviews where it's sort of more of a product display and end of story. They don't really like opinions or feedback or criticism, except for Martin, because he
I'm surprised, actually. I'm surprised that I still review for
yeah,
like other publishers, because I'm always honest, But
yeah,
I think it's because I do kind of choose now what I want to review,
yeah.
which makes the whole difference. Now, I will give you guys a sneaky peek of something, right, that I am incredibly happy about, because we both know the creator. She
Here he
sent,
is.
she sent us indie deck before COVID, so that was 2019, wasn't it?
Oh
When
fuck yeah! Oh man, I literally I played with that all night last night, Martin.
So this, guys, is finally available in English, and it's coming out by Rockport in August. And it's the Mythologia Fennica Tarot by Susanna Salo.
Best deck ever, honestly.
It is incredibly beautiful. If you love mythology, it's all based on Finnish mythology. Um, and I will show you guys some of the cards. Some might have the indie deck. Oh, was it Robin? Oh, it was some Ethne's decks. He didn't.
Okay, well,
Well,
if they're
he
not,
won it. Oh, it doesn't matter, does he? Right. So this is. I haven't showed you yet, have I, Levi? So it's got silver
no.
gilding on the edges. There's the backs.
Oh, that's a lot better than the
Yeah.
indie deck,
And
honestly.
so here's the deck. And now, so you've got the Finnish title, look, and
Yeah.
then you've got the English title on the bottom.
Oh,
So there's no scratching around in the guidebook like we
I
did.
literally have the indie version right here. We could do a
Oh,
little.
the version then.
Yeah.
And the guidebook as well, guys, is stunning, because we've both got the indie version of it. So let me have a look in the comparison. Save me getting mine out.
I love the indie version. However, what's sometimes difficult is that it can be quite it can be a little bit difficult to know which tarot card it
Oh, what
corresponds.
card is that?
That is the 8 of Wands.
Okay, I've got it there. So there we've got Sauna, 8 of Wands.
Yeah, and does it say an 8 on your card? Where does it? Yeah, it does say 8 of Wands on your card.
Yeah, on the bottom, yeah,
And
ish.
for some reason in this deck, the 8 is done with Roman numerals in the sense of IIX.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is
It's
kind of
on
interesting because I know 8 as 5, 6, 7, 8. So V 3,
yeah,
1,
yeah,
3
yeah.
eyes.
I would have preferred it without as well, man, or maybe a brown or a copper or something. The gilding. But I think that's just for aesthetic. I mean, it ain't bad. At least it's not purple. What number's that? Is that the?
That is 15, 16. So that's the tower.
So all the majors now have got a blue border around.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, yeah. So the blue and all the minors have got this like kind of minty kind of color round. So let me
Cool.
find that then.
Yeah.
16, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15. Hang on. 15. Oh, I've mixed them up, you know. What's that? The black blasted oak or something?
The great oak, yeah.
Let me just have a look here. Because I want to have a look.
Yeah, Joe. That's how she does the 8 in the indie version. I don't know why, but yeah, I found it pretty confusing sometimes. It is one of those decks where once again where you kind of have to, work for it a little bit.
You
But
have
I
got to
do.
kind of work with this deck. I mean, obviously now it'll be a lot more easier. Now it's all in English, and it's more accessible to everyone else.
How
Um,
can you lost the tower?
you know what? I don't know. And I'm just looking through the cards again. I hope it's not missing from the deck.
Yeah, that
7,
would be.
15. Oh God, I'd have to have a look. Carry on talking. So, yeah, I
Well,
just
whatever. It's a really cool, gorgeous deck. I love it. It's stunning. It's based on Finnish mythology when there's a lots of overlap with Dutch mythology. Oh, there you go. You got it. I
yeah,
do love what the blue border does to the vibe of the
it
card.
makes the artwork pop a little bit more, doesn't it?
It does. And the backs, guys, I mean, this is the indie backs, that's the mass market backs.
Yeah,
That's the
really,
winner.
really nice. And I'm so happy for Susanna. You know,
Yeah,
really
it's
am.
because it's a very odd deck, obviously, because it's so steeped in Finnish mythology that I'm really sort of also, I gotta say, proud that Rockpool chose to publish it. Like, I
And
really.
yeah, it's something different.
The
You know,
guidebook is stunning as well. Like, all the stories are explained, and she's a pretty good writer too, so they're fun to read. That's what
and
I
I
found.
do relate to the tarot as well. So which is super cool. So
Yeah,
I'm gonna do a proper walk through this over the weekend.
yeah,
And another one I've got. Do you want to see that one as well? I might as well show it now because no
yeah.
secret.
Show
Um,
it.
another one I've got to review is another lovely deck. And this is the Earth Song Oracle.
Oh, really? Oh, that's cool,
This
actually.
is by Tarn Ellis, and this is a very, very usable deck as well. The colours in it are all muted. 36 cards, obviously. It's Rockpool, copper borders, but you've got all things based on nature. So everything that you got mountain, so you've got strength, constancy, and unmoving. So everything is all based around nature, and it
I
is
love
very
it.
obvious. You know what I mean?
I
Um,
I like the keywords that were chosen as well, though.
yeah, me
Honestly,
too. Seed, and then you've got tree. So this is another kind of earth-based deck,
yeah,
which is very usable.
yeah, pretty cool.
And you got the 4 seasons: spring, summer, autumn, winter. And I like the way the people are kind of plants as well. So that's
Yeah,
really cool. Um, I did
wow.
choose to review this one,
Yeah,
so I'm glad I did. So you got animals, plants, seasons, and a few planets, the moon, and
I
everything.
love the art. I love the earthy color palette.
Yeah,
It's
it's
really
really
cool.
nice. It is a really nice little deck. So I think that comes
This
out.
would pair. This would pair really well with that new, with that Earth Woman or Tarot by Los Scarabeo.
You know what? I wanted that, and I don't know anybody who's got it.
No, it's just gonna be another one for the wait list, and when it's gonna be a little bit cheaper, you know.
Sandra, have you got it? The Earthwoman tarot. Yeah, so that's the Earth Sun
Earth
Oracle, and
Woman
that's
or
out very, very soon as well. So I'm also
really, really cool.
doing that one. So that's me lot from Rockpool at the moment.
What about can I talk more about deck categories, themes that I kind of hate?
You can talk about whatever you want to talk about.
Yay, because I want to talk to you about maybe
Yes,
I think I actually I want to talk about penises. No, just kidding.
penises.
No.
We talk about that every day.
Exactly. That's for the OnlyFans portion of the decks like these.
Right.
The
Okay.
the activity decks.
Yeah.
Decks that are not really decks, but that should be books.
I ain't got nothing like that in my collection.
I don't understand. I got this because I would get everything that I could get my hand on, and because there's a crystal deck in the same series that actually is really good. But I don't get why you would want a bunch of spells on cards.
No, me
I
really.
don't get why, and the guidebook doesn't really suggest why you should. Well, there's a how to use this deck section, but it's not really in a variety of ways. Blah 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 blah. Oh, you can set an intention that you want to work on, and then shuffle, and then hopefully the right spell will come out.
Oh no, Sarah's got the Earth Woman, and it's beautiful. Ah, right. I might have to look for that. Yeah, Levi ain't keen on things like that either. Activity decks, as you say.
And I found that also I've sort of been studying Oracle decks a lot because I created a couple of my own, and I found that there's some mass market authors that do this a lot as well, where they will have sort of 22 archetypal cards all out of the major arcana, and then they have like 10 animal or mythical creatures, and then they will have 10 sort of activity cards in the deck, but an activity is not guidance.
Yeah, Miss Moonlight. I'm not a fan of. Neither am I. Sarah, I'll have a look at your Instagram when I've ended the live later.
I can see Lucy Cavendish does this a lot. Oh, I actually put her mermaid deck in the bin as well because I wanted to use that as an example, but that has like 10 cards that say stuff like scrying in salt water. How is that like when I ask a question, for example, how do I get out of this funk that I'm in right now?
You
And
need
I
to
get
cycle.
scry in salt water. Yeah, then I need to do that. But I'm already doing a divinatory activity, not to get guidance, not to get guidance towards another divinatory activity. Like
Yeah, I know.
it's,
Yeah,
it's annoying. Or when cards say things like, use tarot and oracle cards to get your guidance.
you just reminded me. There's another deck that I've got that I don't like either, and I've had it.
But you know what I'm talking about when they're like,
Yeah.
"Ooh, I wanted to mention Barbara Makel Free and the other bitch that she works with all the time. Their
Well,
decks are full of this. Like honestly,
Vintage Man Martin, I know you hate Baba Studio decks, but I just got my Tarot of Prague, and I think it's my favorite. I have actually got the original Tarot of Prague from when it was mass market in 2005.
yeah,
And
that's the whole problem we have with them. They
yeah,
used to be very affordable mass market decks.
this.
Yeah,
Um, it's another one. There's too many. I don't know.
casting a circle. Okay, I'm gonna cast a circle. What the fuck? Like
The fucking Tesco, right?
sigil. You know what this literally is? They have this divination deck out as well, the ancient forms of divination. Magical tools. Use your magical tools. I'm already using a magical tool,
Yeah,
namely an oracle
just
deck.
just ridiculous. Kitchen witchery. How is that like kind of an answer to
Give
anything?
and then it has a keyword recipes. Give
Yeah,
me fucking guidance on a card. That's why I'm pulling cards from a deck.
weather magic as well. I mean, oh, I don't know.
But you know
Manifesto.
what I'm saying? And then with them, with that lot, they now work with Rockpool and they get better artists. But all of their older decks are ugly as fuck, and they're all the same.
Oh god, that witch's wisdom. I've got it. You know, the purple one. Oh, it's
Yeah, with
dreadful.
the fugly ass square toed shoes. Yeah,
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
yeah. I really, really, I don't get why these ladies get published and published and published because none of their decks are good. They are really, really bad. Sorry, I get really passionate about this, but they are really bad at writing decks, and they need to be stopped.
I ain't a
Honestly.
fan at all, honestly. I'm not a fan. I think I had that for a review from Rockpool a couple of years ago, and I thought, what the hell is this? You know, before I told them not to keep sending me stuff.
Yeah,
You know, and I thought, what's that? You can't use that in a reading.
yeah.
Um,
This is another activity deck.
an activity deck, yeah. And
Yeah.
most of mine now, and probably apart from a few like them that I've kept behind, most of mine are usable. Because most of mine are like Sibylla decks and everything now. You know, so
Everything that I have left is usable as hell, or some of them are a little unusable, but I like them enough to take the time to use them.
yeah, Vintage Moon. I think they sell it because they are witches. Exactly that. Yeah.
So,
In,
but
insert
you'd think the witchy community would be a little less gullible.
maybe Kathy. Yeah, there could be. Maybe they could be used as altar cards. Maybe. Yeah, that's a good
But don't
idea.
call it an oracle deck then. Call it the blah 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 witchy altar cards.
Yeah, yeah. You know, this is what I got rid of. What I got rid of. Are you Tammy? Because like there's just so much crap around now, and it's just it becomes like regurgitated stuff like that you've seen like 5 years ago.
Well,
And
literally, this deck you've just showed, they literally already have a deck like that out. It's called
yeah,
the. They have so many decks too. I mean, this is the Barbara Makel John and Flavia Kate Peters bashing hour because I'm done with them. Let's see. Looking for images. They have this deck called. Oh, they also have that spell casting Oracle cards, which is really bad as well. It looks really good, but it's not good. It's bad. They
uh,
look horrible, both of them. Barbara Makel John Free looks horrible, and Flavia K. Peters looks horrible as well with their bad witchy makeup. They have a deck called. Sorry, I'm on a roll, but they have a deck called Divination from the Ancients or something like that. Divination of the Ancients Oracle, and that literally has all those cards that you just showed, but
yeah,
they're different.
they're all kind of recycled into new decks. Now I'm looking forward to this Choose Your Own Adventure deck as well because I also, and I know that Levi did, love the books as well. So,
Yeah.
Making Magic by Priestess Moon, is that the little sigil ones, the round ones? I haven't got it. If you
The little sigil ones are cute-ish. I don't have it, but yeah, they have a bigger round version and then a rectangular mini pocket version.
right, okay
It's
then.
cute. It's good.
Yeah. Oracle cards, Tony said, the worst for consumerism, mindless purchasing, nice art, no knickers, exactly that.
There are so many really good ones out there as well, but they get drowned out.
They do
Like,
get drowned out. I'll tell you what I've seen drowned out that I've hardly seen anybody use it is the Weird Sisters that me and you have got.
yeah, so funny, right? This is a spell deck. It's funny you should say that because I was just talking about dumb spell decks.
Yeah,
This is the best deck I had, and I had it from you, but the
I
best
love
deck
it.
I had this year. It has such a good, profound system to it. It's very usable. It gives clear guidance on the cards. It's probably one of my favorite decks ever, Martin,
Yeah,
honestly.
there you go, Miss Moon.
Nobody uses it.
No, they don't. This is the Spring Sibylla that somebody's just mentioned. I absolutely love, love, love it by Tarot Collectibles.
Love
Um,
that.
and if you want this deck along with the Thomas Leng Tarot, James is doing a thing on eBay at the moment, £25 for the two.
Oh, the Thompson Lang Jero.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have that. I have that already.
So it's an absolute bargain.
Can I show another horrible spell deck?
Yeah, go on. Oh, that's awful. I sent you that, didn't I?
Yeah, because you hated it. You know why I kept this? Because I really like the artist's art.
I
So
love the artwork. I don't like the deck.
but this is literally a collection of spells, witches and objects that have to do with witchery. But then the guidance is really strange, and it's and this author mixes Wicca and traditional witchcraft and brujeria and stuff like that.
Such a mixed bag of bullshit in it.
Jinn,
Yeah.
belladonna,
So it's a bit of everything from everywhere.
pyrokinesis, um, mantra medicine. It's very ancestors, but it's a gorgeous deck. And you know what's so funny?
It's
I
all
always
jointed in it.
I always get the same card whenever I use this deck and I pull a card from it. I always get the same card.
Yeah, yeah. I remember you putting that on your stories the other
Yeah,
day.
every fucking time, and it's the ugliest card in the deck that I hate. Must be a sign.
I know, yeah. What was it, Bear? What was it?
No, gnomes.
Gnomes, yeah, that was it. Yeah, like that's elemental being. So like, how's that got to do with the gin? Like, and you're thinking, oh please, yeah. So I know, it's just all bullshit. Like, there's a lot of it. Let me have a look on my shelf where I've kept down.
Well, Martin, I have a whole fucking list.
The the Moonology cards, which I think are bullshit.
Which ones?
The original ones.
The original ones. Yeah, she does have. She just should have stopped releasing decks after the original ones.
Yeah.
Back then, it was kind of cool, and people kind of loved it, but it's
Yeah, it's just like weird, isn't it now to say? And I've kind of gone back to old school, I think. Like Lenormand, Sibylla, all the old school kind of decks I've gone to. Mel's just said
Craft and Decadence Oracle.
best keywords ever, and I can't do dirt
Oh,
gems.
it's a how do you say? It's a game crafter Oracle.
Oh, is it? Right, okay then. I had the dirt gems Oracle, and I sold it.
Yeah, because that is very Craft Decadence Oracle is very much something that Mel would like, and you as well, Martin. So that's
Oh,
kind of
right, I'll have to have a look then. Yeah, I did sell the dirt gems. I might have a look for it again because it's come out.
I just caught a glimpse of Barbara Michael John Free's Dark Goddess Oracle.
Oh, have you seen the fucking artwork in it?
Yeah, the 3D artwork. Yeah, I saw it.
Like, look, everybody gives you inspiration when you've give up on something. That's the thing on here. I use my Muse Tarot. I absolutely love Moonology Messages. That's the other one I've got. Moonology Messages, I think. Moonology
That would look really good together with the Muse Tarot, actually. To be
Yeah,
honest,
you know what? I've never kind of like been in love with that deck, but
the
I've
Muse.
never got rid of it either.
No, me either. I mean, it's a good deck. Honestly, it is.
And I do like, and I'll tell you what I do want as well, because I've seen pictures of it. You know that Dame Darcy Queen Alice,
Uh-huh.
the one who did the mermaid one.
Yeah, I don't like it, but you're allowed to love it, love.
Yeah, I know, but I don't want to pay too much money for it. That's the thing. So yeah, I do love my Dame Darcy mermaids, which I'll never use, by the way. But I'm not going to never get rid of it. Yeah.
What about plant decks and crystal decks?
Plant decks. I've just had this one come today, and I didn't realise it was a Kickstarter deck. Before the Soulflower Plant Spirit Orico, and the only reason, Queen Alice, I've got that. I got it for £50. That's two out my price range at the minute. The only reason why I've got this is because it's got really good keywords on it.
It
I
is.
am,
It's a good
I am
deck.
not keen on crystal decks whatsoever.
No, for some of them are really gorgeous. However, I just never really thought, hey, I adore this crystal deck. Let me keep it. Apart from the deck that is in the same series as that spell deck I showed earlier, because that actually has really good info on it, and it has a really good affirmation on it. So I tend to use that sometimes, but not a lot.
See, this is what I like about this one, because it's got the leave all the backs. Oh yeah, them all different shades of green. I see what you mean now.
Yeah, and it's because they belong to different categories. So there is.
Okay, so I mean, the reason why I like this one is because it's got like the name of the plant there, the keyword, and then it's got a bit of text about the why. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this is kind of pretty. I'm going to have a look at the guidebook after for this. So I'm really looking forward to it. I think it was on an Amazon daily deal for £12, something
Fun.
like that, which is a bargain. Much better than the Kickstarter price.
The only crystal deck, yeah, oh my gosh. The only crystal deck that I have left that I sort of like is this.
Sacred Nature, Mel. Which ones are? Oh, the Astral Realms by Leah. Mel,
Yeah.
what's that? What's Sacred Nature? It's a wonderful mass market plant deck.
Oh yeah. I've shown you that. It's people with photography, people with plans, black and white. Used to be an indie deck. Now it's mass market, and it's okay-ish. It's once again very much a House of Hag Mel deck. It's not for me.
Mel? Amazon.
Yeah, you can get it on Amazon. Just Google it.
Sacred Nature. Let me have a look. Which deck? Leah's deck.
No,
No,
the
you want
sa-
about
the Sacred Nature deck.
no the one that you've got in your hand now.
Yeah, I like this, I guess, as a crystal deck, but it's not amazing.
I
I
used to
don't
have, I can't find it.
I don't get why you would need a crystal deck, basically. Like, I don't really get why we would want to. If you would want to divine with crystals, wouldn't it be better to make your own casting kit with Thumblestone? Yeah, that's it.
I haven't never seen it.
I've shown it to you many times, but that's okay, you fickle bitch.
You can't, I can't get it for another 8 days. I want it now, like I want it tomorrow.
Exactly. What are you doing?
I want it now. I want it tomorrow. I want it like in through my door in the morning. Oh yeah, it
I
doesn't.
showed it. I showed it to. I actually, Mel. I had it on my wish list for the longest time when it was indie, and then when it became mass market, I didn't. I sort of fell out of love with it. So that's kind of fun.
See, Southern Botanical Oracle.
Yeah, that's by that girl that did that coffin deck that you gifted me. That coffin chick.
Oh, I know which one it is. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's pretty good. It's probably the best. It's better than that coffin deck, actually.
I am fickle. You watch. You'll come next week and you'll see all these dolls and they'll be fuck all here, right?
Yeah, probably.
Just the
But,
remnant.
that's also what makes this fun. It's the unhingedness of it all.
It'll just be a remnant of a wig on the fucking shelf, won't there? And a big empty spot.
Where are the dolls? Oh, I was done with them.
Fucking done with them. Well, I wanted to. What's happened to this? Oh, right, it's okay. I wanted to kind of like. I'm itching to get that dirt gems again now.
Nah, you're not. You didn't like it when it was indie, and you're not gonna like it now. With that Dirt Gems, it's another one where you really have to take out the book because the card gives you nothing. And that's fine. I mean, I'm not mad at that per se, but I always think to myself, how many of that type of deck do I need? It's also very much a sort of that I'm so different. Sorry, I'm gonna like a lot of people in this chat are gonna consider this rude as fuck, but it's very much that I'm so different. I'm a quirky girl. I have artsy decks type of deck, but to me it's very vapid and unusable.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. Deadly Apothecary. I kind of do, and I kind of like it. The Crafter Tarot, right now, I've done exactly the same as you. If I bought it again, it'd be my third purchase. Because I don't think it relates to the tarot at all. Do you?
Yeah. I've never had it. I do like it a lot. For me, it's the art style, which is so well done that it's almost too realistic for me, if you get what I'm saying.
Well, there was a card. I remember one of the cards, and it was about yoni steaming. And I thought, well, okay, that's fair enough if you've got one. I haven't. So I thought, well, how do I apply that to advice? You know what I mean? Could I say not to steam the blackheads out my face over the sink? Right. That's what it is.
Someone's also talking about the seed and sickle. I got rid of mine as soon as
No,
I could.
I can't, Kathy, not with the seed and sickle either.
And Mel says Dirt Gems is book heavy, but the book is so good and so spot on and deep. Well, and you know what it is? Robin just hit the nail on the head for me. I have a couple of those decks where I don't mind, but I actually have this book, which is an Oracle book.
Oh, Mel sent me that, from Australia, not a treasury.
And this is probably one of my favorite books ever.
Yeah.
I wish Alana Fairchild would do this more often, where it's not the deck where you need to read the book for every card but just a good chunky Oracle book like this.
I know it's not. If I got the 333 or the 1111 one, which one have I got?
You have this one. I have the 1111 one as well, but this one's the best one. The best one. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what to do about the Aircrafter now or the Dirt Gems. You both, you all the enablers. I thought it was me. It's supposed to be the enabler.
Well, you had the Dirt Gems. Like, I mean, you got rid of it. Why did you get rid of it? Because you fucking hated it. So why would you get it again?
Yeah, that's true. And I got the Herb Crafter as well, which I did love it. But like, I mean, you only know what the tarot card is because the title's there. You wouldn't be able to figure it out from the illustration.
Well, at least this person who created that deck tried something different.
Yeah, that's true. Let me have a look
There's
at.
only 2 decks in my life that I've ever repurchased, and one of them is the Nocturna Oracle, and one of them is this. I got this in yesterday, and I only did so because I wanted to. Yeah, it was pretty cute, and I needed I'm doing a Pride gig, and I needed a more like family friendly LGBTQ inclusive deck, so that's why I got
It's
this.
a nice deck. I don't know where mine is like, but I do like it actually. It's nice. The artwork's really nice. It's like kind of all them pastel colours. You've just all forced me to buy the Herb Crafter's Tarot.
Guys, someone was talking about the Morning Calm Oracle, and I had never heard
The
of
what?
that. The Morning Calm Oracle,
Morning Palm.
calm as in.
Oh, I was going to say Morning Palm.
It looks
You
kind of pretty. It looks kind of like that. Like the art is by that girl who also did some other decks, but I love the way that looks. But it is very Asian to me.
Yeah, well, but this is our job, see. She's bought the Magician's Martyrs and Madmen, both soul call decks and an Angel Numbers Oracle since watching your lives. There you go.
I love my Angel Numbers deck.
Yeah, well, I never did the first twice. I bought it, so we shall see. But Mel's normally right, actually. Yeah, it is filthy minded. What did you say? Something? What was it? I say herbal part. What was it? Never mind. That door.
The morning cunt deck.
Morning palm.
The morning wood deck.
The morning fucking wood.
What about love? What about love decks though, Martin? Do you have any love
Love
decks?
decks. I don't have any love decks as such. I've got that Gabrielle hair stick one that yours was dodgy, so you sent it back.
Oh yeah, that
The
one.
red
Yeah.
one.
Well, the Aphrodite Oracle is very much a love deck.
Yeah, that's lovely. I don't specifically use decks for love because I don't know anybody who's actually in love. You know? Mine are more kind of morbid. Where are you? Goddess of Love Tarot. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
I ain't got nothing specifically themed for loved ones. When I want to kind of go away with the fairies, I normally pull out Rebecca Campbell's decks.
Yeah, those are I like those a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do like the Rose Oracle. It's lovely, actually.
Like a lot of people were bitching about them, and I do have to say her first deck is definitely the best out of the bunch.
Oh,
Objectively speaking.
oh God, you know what? Maria, thank you. Maria should be my fucking PI. Right. I forgot about that. I only got sent it me like last week and I've already forgot about it. That's the Modern Love Tarot by Ethene. And
Yes.
it's really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Robin's just said somebody needs to put out a dick deck. Nobody's just dicks. I think there's a niche market for that.
Did you know that there's actually a pussy deck?
Yes, I did, yeah. Yeah. And
There's a lot.
there's a Yoni Oracle as well that you can get from the Goddess Temple gift shop.
And also that Sacred Cycles deck is a pussy deck as well,
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
The dick deck. So I need 78 pictures of dicks in my inbox tonight, guys.
Yeah.
Right, and then me and Leave all go through. See which ones are the ugly ones. Fucking hell, Leave. I imagine looking at all them dick pics. Put a name to the dick, a face to the dick. We can
I mean,
guarantee.
there is kind of a dick deck. It's the Sabbath Tarot.
Yeah, the Sabbath Tarot. Yeah,
That's a dick deck. I mean, come on.
the Mushroom Deck one. Ethnis decks is an on the artwork for me. I like it. I like him, Mel. To be fair, no relationship advice for Martin. That's sex tarot deck. Send him pick now. Carry on, John. Go on. You know where my DM is, love.
I mean, same. I wouldn't mind seeing that. No.
There you go. There you go. Me and Levi are officially going to do a 78 dick pic tarot deck. So send us your dick pics, guys. Carry
Oh,
on.
there's actually across the Universe deck, 56 cards of Pussy Pun Magic.
Ah, right. Okay. Is that the one with the actual photographs of
No, actually not. This is fun. Vajazzle, Vag of Honor, Octopussy.
fucking badge of honor? It will, Tony. It will. There'll probably be double the cards once we've finished. Badge of honor. That's fucking hilarious.
Oh fuck! Oh my god! Oh,
People, honestly, some people just to come up with this stuff, and you're thinking, are they for fucking real?
well, there was this like a vagina deck. Remember with the pictures?
She was the one who was asking people to send him pictures of the
To
vagina.
sending pics of her vagina, of the vagina. Yeah.
Because
So I
every
think
woman on the planet will just inbox another woman a picture of the vagina. 62, and I'm tired of looking at dicks.
ah,
Fair enough. That's fair enough.
at one point you have sort of seen them all, haven't you?
Well, once you've seen one, you've seen an all. Maybe not. But yeah, mostly.
Oh, there's so many vagina oracles actually. we need to do a whole
There's
separate
that
line.
cool fucking retro gay deck that what's his name? What's his name? The guy from, is he from Mexico? Arden's Dreams?
Yeah. Oh, that. Yeah,
Yeah.
he has this sort of vintagey, collagey gay porn deck, and it's
Oh God, I love it so much. Yeah, that's brilliant. Ben and Jerry's Cycles, Nine of Swords. Just
I found it. I found the pussy deck. Fuck yeah.
which one?
Uh, do we have pictures? Hold on. The photo deck, I think.
I remember
The
a couple of years ago on Instagram.
yeah, fucking hell. But it looks like when I click on order your deck now, it takes you to a page that doesn't exist anymore. So I'm guessing it's a scam now.
Perhaps she just wanted pictures and that was it. I never saw.
Love divination pussy. Oh,
Do you
fucking hell.
know of her, mate, Levi? Helene Den Ruyan.
Oh yeah. I do know her. She's a complete slag, and I love her. Yeah.
She did a whole exhibition with pictures of her own vagina. Actually, the Pussy Museum's closed down in Camden.
Oh really? Aw, kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Camden honestly needs some refreshing because it's kind of boring.
You could make a curated deck of all the dicks that have ever appeared in tarot.
You know what's really difficult about penises and nudity in general in decks? A lot of the Chinese printers don't want to print them. I actually printed a pretty explicit yet still pretty mild Tom of Finland tarot deck for Martin.
Oh,
Highly illegal, of course. And that I wanted to print another copy for myself, and they were like, well, you got lucky the first time, but we're not supposed to print this. So.
This is probably why St. Jinx then puts his on
Gamecraft, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Gamecrafter does allow for 18 plus decks because it's printed in America. Yeah.
Yeah. I think. Oh no, Tony, I ain't heard of that. Of you, Levi?
No, but it sounds like a fun Friday night in.
The kit to mold your starfish and had it made into chocolates to gift. Oh, yeah, Levi. I expect a gift through the post, love.
Oh, disgusting.
Have a nibble on that.
You even make a good Oracle torta. I love this.
Oh, this is just brilliant here tonight. We are going to wrap it up though, because we've been on here an hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah, we need to stop.
But thanks, guys, for coming. I'm going to be reviewing that. What do you? I can solve tomorrow. I've been promising Cheryl for like a week now.
I'm not going to be reviewing anything.
And I'm happy because I found my little artisan tarot. I don't know where that ended up the loft. But I found my little artisan tarot deck again.
Oh, that one by what's
Boys
his face?
Over Artisan Tarot. You know they did the two, didn't they? These are free, guys. So you only got to pay for the shipping, and it's on beautiful linen cardstock as well. If you like a Marseille deck, that is. Right? Have you finished what you got to say, love? Or
Yeah, I'm just looking at this really gorgeous hunky representation of Shiva, but that's it.
what's that deck?
It's from the Water Temple by Susie Cherub. I think she writes really good. Like a lot of people write it off because they look like they're just pretty. She writes actually really good oracle decks, honestly.
Yeah, she does. She's a lovely person. I've got the two with Moonlight as well. You'll have to. I don't know. I don't know who you are, so you'll have to tell me who you are on Instagram if you follow me.
Yeah,
Sometimes people have got different usernames on here as on as in
yeah, and
like,
we'll be like, "What the fuck?"
yeah, I know, yeah. Like who are you? And you're thinking, fucking hell, I've only known you 5 years, right?
Yeah.
Okay then, love. So we'll see you all very soon. We love you all. You leave or you stay there.
Yes, I will.
Sending you all love and thank you all for your support. We Susie Cherub porn name.
Yeah, it is kind of.
It
Yeah.
is, well, yeah. Fucking love you. Right, I'll see you later. Bye, guys.
Love you. Bye.
Bye, bitches.